Happy Friday, everybody. It's Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here today to give you a no frills tutorial on a super cool fun fold card. Hang on and we'll get right to it. So here's the card I'm going to make today. We're going to give you a no frills tutorial on how to crank these out. I did this for my weekly video. I made it a Mother's Day card. You don't have to make yours. Make it whatever you need it to be. But here's the fun fold that I'm going to show you. And it, like I said, it's just tied shut. Flap goes in and it's tied shut with the ribbon. And I'm going to show you all the pieces and parts that you need and quick no frills instructions on how to put it together. Here's what you're going to need to make that card. We need a base that measures 9.5 by 5.5. You will need an inside piece for that at 5 1/4 by 4. You will need an outside piece at 5 1/4 by 4. You will need 2 strips at 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 of your designer series paper that you choose. And I could have said your outside piece could also be designer series paper. You will need 2 pieces at 3 1/4 inches wide by 6.5 inches long, and 4 pieces of designer series paper at 3 inches by 3 inches, and 2 pieces of basic white at 3 inches by 3 inches, and approximately 20 inches of any kind of ribbon. The front of your card can be finished off. Mine that I showed you was a 2 1/4 inch square. Let me pull it back in and show you. This was a 2 1/4 inch square that I stamped on, put some embellishments, but you could also just leave it plain, make another square in basic white and stamp a sentiment on it. Whatever you want to do. Die cut some flowers or something that goes with your theme of the card and pop that up on the front. That's all up to however you would like to decorate your card. We aren't going to decorate ours, we're just going to assemble it. So let's get started. First off, you will take your trimmer and score at 4 1/4 inches. That's the light color blade if you have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And then you are going to score again at 9.5 or 8.5, or put the right edge on 1 and score again. Set that aside. Go ahead and I'm going to try and fold this back just a little bit from the score line, just because as we get adding our layers to it, it does get a little bulky. And then I'm going to fold on my 1 inch, secure those folds real well, and now you're ready to assemble. I suggest you stamp first. This is your inside. Stamp on that and then go ahead and insert that. I'm just going to put this down real light. I will finish mine off later. We are not going to complete the whole card in this video. You will take your 3/4 inch strips and adhere them down the sides on this little panel here. Both of them. I'm shaking. I had too much caffeine at breakfast, I think. And put the second one along the other side of this 1 inch. Well, actually, I'm going to fold it over so I can get kind of make sure that I'm lining everything up the best that I can on with the other papers. Our front, go ahead and adhere your designer series paper to the front. like this one. This is from the Pansy Petal or Pansy Patch stamp set. Glue that down like that. Okay, so now we can move on to the side pieces. We're going to fold in half or score at 3 1/4. This is going to be our front. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to do the inside first. So on my inside, I want to put, I'm going to put the stripey on the inside. Yeah, it's going to be your biggest part of this, is deciding which pattern you want to go where. So these pieces are 3 inches square, these designer series papers. And then this piece over here, you can go ahead and stamp on that one, put a greeting, put a saying, stamp something with the stamps that are in the set you're using. I'm just lightly adhering that down to show you. And then it is going to, we'll glue that onto the front. But first, we're going to put our ribbon on. So I'm going to go ahead and put a strip of adhesive across the front. And I'm going to kind of just pretend to put that on there and let my ribbon come over so I could see about how much I want to hang off. I got approximately 20 inches of ribbon here. Looks like way extra a lot. All right, so then when we get that on, go ahead and stick on, I'm going to put my purple gingham on the front of mine. Like that. Then put a, you've got this piece here is 1 inch wide, so you've got 1 inch to play with on the back side of this card. Roughly 1 inch. I wouldn't go the whole inch, but I'm just going to put some really strong glue down there. And then wherever you want to put your piece, you can either put it high, low, in the middle. Bless you, Mike, for you have sneezed, if you heard that. I don't know if my phone took that out or not. So we're going to glue that to the front. And then this will come around to the back. And then we'll tie it shut. Like so. Get it. So then we can probably cut off some excess for now, at least that much we know we don't need. So this is going to actually close like this, and then you'll tie it shut there. We're going to move on. We've got this side now. We're going to glue the 2 pieces together like this. And I'm going to use my green glue again. I want a good strong hold. And I'm going to adhere them by like lining them up like this. I'm going to tell you, if you line it up down against the base, it may not lay in the right spot and it'll bunch when you go to close it. So I just am going to leave that like that. It's a little bit this side to this side, the right side of the score line, which is just fine. So now these 2 are stuck together. So I'm going to come in here with another white. You can, again, stamp on it, stamp some words, decorate it, use another piece of designer paper, whatever you want there. And then I'm going to put my designer series paper on that side. Like so. Oops, and then and then we're going to flip it open, and we've got one more piece of designer series paper to put on the back side. Again, this is interpretation for you. If you want less designer papers and more stamping, or like cut out flowers and whatnot and actually put them on there, that works too. This is just quicker, still beautiful, and still a card that packs a lot of wow. I'm back for a quickie here. I want to show you guys how I finished this card up. When I started the video, I was using my Seaside Bay example, and I switched up my paper and such for this one, so I wanted to show you how I completed it. So I used the paper that was in the Pansy Patch bundle, and I cut out some flowers. I used some words from the Pansy Patch. On this one, I did add an extra little slice of the paper from the pack. And then I cut out some more of the pansies from that paper and put them there. And then I'm leaving the inside blank. I will probably sell this card at the place that I have my cards, and I will leave it blank for whoever purchases it to write, like, you could use this for a happy birthday or something. I won't pigeonhole it for Mother's Day. So that's it. Okay, that's it. You guys have a great weekend. I'll be back again. Take care, and thank you for your support. Bye.